Hello, this is Zig777, and welcome back to Ars Nouveau. Well, when we last left off at the end of the old episode, we were, if we look behind us there, about 2,000 blocks to the north of us. Hello, Zachary. He apparently realizes that I'm doing an intro. Hello, so we are at our new spot here. Behind us, we've got a nice little island. If we look at the map, we have this island here, which is going to be kind of the center of our base. We're also going to use some of this cliff side around here. Zachary is going to be over to the north here. Decorating my boat. But yeah, so we are here, and it is time to get started on actually building our actual base. So, hello Zachary. He's going to be our neighbor once again. Just over there, you can see his ship. This is not the actual docking spot, though. We need to build that. But I think first we need to build a little bit of infrastructure, because we got nothing. I have a scribe's table. That's it. And apparently some azalea flowers. Thank you. Well, first things first, we're down here, ship's up there, and unfortunately this lovely birch forest it's got to go. My plan is not to be using birch. My plan is actually mostly going to be using terracotta now that I think about it. So it's going to be kind of an interesting base. It's a style I haven't really used, mostly because I don't really use that much color. So I'm going to have to work on that. It'll be a fun experience, but for right now, we need to clear a bit of space. Like I said, we don't have any real infrastructure. I did not invite you to this party. So we don't have any infrastructure whatsoever. Mostly things like enchanting apparatus and skeleton horse. Hello. I saw two of your friends down below there in the village, so we're gonna keep you. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do, so we're gonna go ahead and get to that work. Well, that was not part of the plan. That's our first death, actually. Where are we? Oh, awesome, good. So I should point out there is a village down below here. If I look at the map, there's a village here. There's a tower, which is mostly owned by piglins. Now I think about it, or not piglins, pillagers. We do have a village here, though. There's actually another village down to the south. I think I already picked up all the villagers from down here. This is, we have easy villagers, so it's easy enough to just scoop them up. I gotta get back up to the top there. Okay. So, that's not too far away, but it's just kind of tedious at the moment until I get some actual stairs in place. But that is our first death, unfortunately. But man, what a handsome looking corpse. Yeah, so we have, I don't remember which mod this is. I guess it's just called corpse. So everything gets sent into there. I think that picked everything up. Are you gonna go away now? I think it goes away if it's empty. So let's pick up our creeper hole here. Don't see any more creepers on the map. Okay, good to know. Apparently it was night, so that's fun. Let's go ahead and re-equip our baubles and such. Backpack ahead. Equipped. I think that's everything I had equipped. Thank you, Zachary. I guess the creeper helped me with the tree, so that's helpful, I guess. That was the wrong spell. There we go. Yeah, so like I said, back to clearing some trees here, because we need a little bit of room. Well, it's been a few days since I've been able to record. Got a little bit done. We have a little bit of a farm here. It's actually needing to be harvested, looked like. Found a couple animal friends here. We got a cat who's been super helpful. Other than that, I haven't gotten a whole lot done. I did, just recently, as in about 30 seconds ago, dug a mine down to kind of the water level there. Not too much, but it did get us a bunch of diorite, which will help us for making some source stone. Mostly I'm a little annoyed because I had recorded 2 clips and I didn't have audio because microphone was weird. Anyway, we are ready to get some actual progress done here. So we've got some gold. Diorite, we'll get to that in a second. The rest of you can go in here. I don't actually need that much diorite on me right now either. Wood can go away. Okay, we need progress, and that involves gold and the thing I just put away, which is archwood. We need to make ourselves an imbuement chamber. Go ahead. I think there's a recipe. If I can do it from memory, yes. Imbuement chamber, perfect. Thank you so much. With that one, we can also grab ourselves some amethyst, and I don't have how many amethyst blocks, do I? No. Okay, well, we got a little bit of amethyst from our old place to the north there, but let's go ahead. I want to do a real quick check. Where did I put that mine? Here we go. I dug the mine down here, mostly because I wanted the diorite, not for building, but for making source stone, because I could either smelt regular stone to get the regular natural stone, or you can skip the smelting step, just mine some diorite or andesite or whatever, and that'll work. I want to go down here real quick to kind of do cheating mode, check our map. Cool, I see on the map there, you right there, create waypoint, amethyst. Confirm, and let's get out of here before we drown. Okay, so next question then is how far down is that? Oh, that's right here. We can do that. Let's go ahead real quick, and if I can remember keys here, let's make a door. So doors in Minecraft, of course, are extremely useful for strange reasons, mostly because we can just go right here, hello, and we can breathe. So amethyst is right there. Let's see if we can get over there. And calcite, perfect. And we have blocks of amethyst. Exactly what I wanted. Thank you very much. Yes, it's cheaty. We could have also used the divining rod if we didn't have a mini map up there. But in the meantime, this at least gets us what we need. I wanted some blocks of amethyst to do this because it'll go a little bit easier for us. That should be good. We got 16 blocks, that's fine. We'll come back here later with... I don't have it on me now. We'll come back here later with a ritual in order to turn one of these buds into a new buddy, new friend. But for right now, this will at least get us what we need. Let me do this so I don't have to jump. Okay, let's go back to base, which is this way. Follow the light, yes. And how's it nighttime again? I just slept. Might just be dark because it's raining, but let's go up there and we'll take a nap. Okay, I know I just said we're gonna go up here and take a nap, but I just saw a friend right here who's not exactly known for being friendly. Okay, looks like on the map he's moved away. Let's go before we die. Hello there, Mr. Creeper. You are not invited to this party. Thank you. Okay, so thunderstorm, cool. We're gonna sleep through this because I don't want it going on. But Mr. Cat here, please come with me. Over here. Over here, please. Cats have this cool mechanic where they will give you an item if you sleep with them nearby. That time, do you drop it down here? Ah, raw chicken, of course. Did you get... Are you comfortable? Off the bed. Okay, cats have this mechanic where they will drop you an item, which is extremely useful with Ars Nouveau, because otherwise I'd have to go find a desert to get some rabbit's feet. Rabbit's feet, of course, you need for the fortune glyph, so that's a very good thing to have, but it's kind of a pain to go get those and go kill like 50 rabbits in order to get it. In the meantime, just by day 3 of sleeping with a rabbit nearby here, gave me rabbit foot. In fact, I have 2 now, so that's pretty awesome. Either way, we have ourselves our amethyst, so we can go ahead and get started on actual progress. Like I said, plop you down, put you in, magic. 2%. Very slow magic. So we can speed that up later on, or we can just get more of those imbuement chambers. But right now, early game, we don't really have too much for resources. What I am going to do, however, is we do have iron, and we do have wood. I'm not going to use archwood for this, I'll use birch. I'm going to make ourselves 2 hoppers. 1, 2, 2 of you, thank you. Cool, 2 hoppers. So what this allows us to do is some very simple, very early game, very cheap automation, which is if I place a hopper under there, of course it pulls out our amethyst, put a hopper up there, and now we do the magic, which is we take ourselves some cobblestone, put it in there, put our amethyst up top here, and we now have a filter. So it does keep the crafting progress, so nothing really lost there except for the few seconds I had it out. But once that's converted, all we need to do is pull out a single cobblestone here, and that will now be a slot for gem blocks. Yeah, that's it, real quick. You don't want to have the hopper go into anything unless you were to build like a whole vanilla hopper sorting system, which you can do. This works though, and this allows us basically to queue up 5 stacks of blocks, which honestly is probably more than we actually need for the entire game anyway, unless we're building out of it, which we might. But easy automation, good early game thing to do. If you can afford the hoppers, then you might as well do that. Well, our first gem block is done. I'm actually going to take it out instead of putting it in here because I need it for some work. In fact, let's go ahead, turn you into some actual gems, and we want to make ourselves some pedestals and a ritual brazier. These are going to be useful for a whole lot of stuff. So source stone, go ahead, make one of those. I don't have a whole lot of gems at the moment, so I'm not going to do more than that. And I think we should now have enough for a pedestal. 1. That's all we can afford. Next up, ritual brazier. That needs a whole source gem block too. Alright, back to the waiting. While we're waiting for that to craft up, we can go ahead and take a look at our scribe table here. Right click it with your book, opens up the ability to unlock new glyphs. So these that are bright, these are ones I've already unlocked. You'll notice they're kind of the cheap ones. Single iron nugget, single cobblestone, etc., that sort of thing. I think at this point, so I want to get Ray still, but I don't really want to waste a gem yet. I think I've got most of them unlocked that require non-essence. So like launch needs an air essence there. I can't afford that yet. That needs a source gem block, and we only just got those, or source gem rather. Sentient harm. This one I think is going to be our friend for a while. However, I don't have the materials for it. All the rest of these, I could do the summon steed, but I don't think I actually have any leather. And we also don't have any experience either. So you need experience in order to unlock the glyphs, so that's going to be a pain, but we'll get there eventually. You're still only halfway. Go faster. While that's going, let's see, we can harvest our crops, we could do kind of a whole bunch of other stuff. You're so slow. Like I said, we'll be able to speed that up later on if we have some source itself. Source is power. We can get that from over here. In fact, you know, we can do that. Ha. Let's see, let's go ahead and grab a wheat, and we'll make the lowest and easiest thing to make. While we're at it, we're also going to grab mushrooms. Do I only have red mushrooms? No, surely I have brown mushrooms somewhere. I know I chopped down a brown mushroom tree, or giant mushroom, whatever it's called, because I made soup out of it. Where did my brown mushrooms go? Okay, cool, we can't do that one. I was going to do a mycelial source link as well, but at the moment, let's go ahead and take, I think we need 2 of these, you and you. You and you, using all my gems. Hey, I can remember it. Agronomic source link. This guy here is going to be our friend. It's going to generate power from the things that are growing over there. Of course, in order to do anything with that, we need to have ourselves... I need to remember recipes. We need... I can't remember if it's slabs. I think it's slabs across the top. We'll check my memory here. No, it's a containment jar. We need... Nope. I could just check the recipe, but there we go. Source gem. Or source jar, rather. So we're going to plop this down right here. In fact, no, we're not. We're going to move you to the other side. Right here works. Cool. Agronomic source link. You can go right here, which should pull from everything except for the bamboo. It's too far away, I think. Either way, though, if we pop these off, when those grow, it'll give us some power over here. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. And of course, if we have more things growing by harvesting everything, then that'll go even faster than, 2 source berries. So I can't right click to harvest. We need ourselves a hoe to do that. think if I do that one, yeah, there we go. All right, so we've got food, we've got harvesting, we've got power a little bit. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep waiting for the source gems. Well, good morning. It is the next day in real life, and while I don't have a chunk loader, I do have a neighbor. And it's pretty awesome because he was here for a while, and I have now 32 source gem blocks, which means we can actually get going with what we wanted to get done today. I don't have crafting table. I'm going to move you over here. Perfect. At some point we will be building an actual structure on this island and the surrounding areas there, but at the moment we don't really have materials to do that, so we're not going to do that. Let's grab a ritual brazier, and I also want a tablet of harvest. It's going to need earth essence, so it's going to need iron, dirt, and seeds, which we have plenty of each of those, but what we don't have is more of these. So let's go ahead, make a couple more arcane pedestals. Oh, gold. Clear your grid, please. That should be enough, and let's go ahead and make Source Storm. That's what I need. Okay. Diorite goes here. And 2 more go here. Thank you. And that should be enough. Perfect. 5. More than I need for the moment, but we'll get around to needing it later. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these right here as well. Now the source gem block is happily crafting away. I'm going to actually take the rest of these amethyst out. And we'll do... That's 9... 13 should be good. Let's go grab the materials while it's finishing up that gem. So in here, what did I say? We need an iron, a seed, and a dirt. Perfect. Over here. You're not done yet. You're supposed to be done. 99. 100. Perfect. Okay. So you guys are now done. Thank you. You have done marvelously. We're going to go ahead and put these blocks in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we can throw some gems up top here. Now, same concept as before. It's going to craft this one up. It'll take, I think, about the same time as it does for a source gem block. Once that one's done, we'll take out the cobblestone and we will have automated earth essence. So that's going to do several things for us. One, we have this lovely crop field over here, which is currently doing absolutely nothing. It's getting a little bit of this, but yeah, basically we need to be automating harvesting this, and I'm too lazy to do that myself. So once you are done over here, which will take a while, actually, you know what? We can speed this up. Since we have a little bit of source here already, we can go ahead and take that. Thank you. Now, I don't remember the range on this. It's a very short range. I know it'll do it from adjacent. I can't remember if it'll do from 2 blocks away. I think it might. Yes, it does. Okay. I'm curious if it goes from 1 further than that, but we'll check in a second here. Cool. Take our cobblestone out. Let it craft up the next ones. And... yeah, that's fine. I was trying to debate whether or not I want to actually drain the rest of that jar, but it doesn't really matter right now. Dripstone can go in here. I don't need as much wood. I do need a stick. Let's see, we need flourishing archwood, iron hoe, and earth essence. Cool. Earth essence is, of course, being crafted right now. What did I say? Iron hoe, flourishing, which I have several of. Cool. I think I have saplings for all the various archwood, so that works out really well. Let's grab 2 of those. Cool, thank you. You have served your purpose. We'll put you back. Now, luckily we didn't really lose out on anything over here. The source links do have an internal buffer that they'll happily fill up, and then it'll just start transferring again once I put this nearby. See, jumped up to 6%. Perfect. We have our ritual brazier. We're going to go ahead and put that in the middle here. Do I want the chest under it? Yeah, we'll just do it right here. Cool. And you should be able to pull from that jar. Let's see. We need our archwood. We need our sticks to turn to that. Make a hoe. You plus you plus you gets us a tablet of harvest. Awesome. And with that, hasn't activated yet because I haven't started it. I do actually need one more inventory. Back to the ship. Hello, bee. I will deal with you at some point, but I don't have Silk Touch at the moment, so I can't actually deal with you. We'll just make a regular chest. That'll be fine for now. Thank you. And I think this right there, cool. Activate it by right-clicking with an empty hand. Harvested all of that, and that means it should have enough. You can harvest a tomato? Yes. Cool. So I did specifically make this a 9x9 field, which is the exact range of the harvest ritual. At this point, it's just going to start harvesting everything, and I don't have to do anything. Now, of course, this is just a regular chest, so it's going to overfill real quick, but this means it's just pretty much set up. This is going to keep filling up. These are going to be filling up with all the various items I need, and the next step is to make this a bit more specific, because I want to have this be kind of customizable. So eventually the final design will be a lot of fields. Instead of one field with lots of things, I want one field for each of them. It will grow slightly slower. They're planted in rows because vanilla mechanics, rows of items grow about twice as fast as just a solid field. But because you can control the rituals with redstone, I want to be able to turn off individual crops. Like if I have a double chest of wheat, I don't really need it to be harvesting more wheat. I can, stop it. So that is kind of the plan for the long term, but for right now, this is sufficient. It'll get us a little bit of source, just fully automated because now these are being harvested, so now it'll keep growing for the agronomic, all that fun stuff. And we have somewhat sorted out source. So we have ourselves imbuement chamber, we've got some source going. Next up, I need to unlock a few more glyphs, not actually any in a particular order or anything, just the more glyphs I have, things will be much easier for us. So, Ray, hello there, nice to meet you. Let's learn that one, and next up, the next thing I really need is, I need an enchanting apparatus. I will point out, as per usual, all of this stuff here is temporary. It's going to all be torn down. There's going to be a lovely building here at some point in the future. We don't have materials. We don't have a building. So let's go ahead and get our apparatus going. So that is going to need a couple diamonds. I'm going to need some gold. I don't know if I have enough gold, actually. Do I have gold in my backpack? No, I don't. That's probably a problem. Let's see. Well, let's go ahead and apparatus. Enchanting apparatus needs... We should be good with that. Let's add that to our list. We also need a core. Add you. That's 2 more gold. I think we are now officially... I've got 2 gold here. I don't have any raw gold anywhere else. Let's grab the nuggets. Do I have any cooking? That's a question. Because the problem is I don't really have a good source of gold yet. I did dig down to bedrock there. That's regular stone. That's not gold. But we don't have really a mine going. Which is actually why I'm wanting the apparatus. See this guy here? You are going to be my buddy. You're going to be a familiar once I have an apparatus set up. Yes, that's a good thing. Don't bow your head. Anyway, we're going to get this going. Let's see. Hopefully we've got materials. Let's grab so many things. Diorite. That's what I need. I'm going to go ahead and put these here. Wrap this around here. Perfect. Cool. Apparatus. Yay, apparatus. Core. That needs 2. Okay, so unintended feature. The arcane core. You do need it if you're going to be manually inserting into the apparatus. But if we buzz on over to Zacharus's place here, we can take a look at his setup and we will notice something is missing. He's been building. Over here is his enchanting apparatus, and you will notice there is no arcane core. If you have a hopper feeding into it, it doesn't care if there's an arcane core. It will happily go in, as long as there's a recipe. Obviously there isn't a recipe here because there's nothing here. So being as I don't have much gold, and we're going to be doing this in order to get gold, we're gonna just kind of do the cheaty method. It'll work. It'll be fine. We'll get gold, and then we'll get everything set up like normal, and it'll be fine. But for right now, I am poor, and I would like to go mining. Specifically, I would like to go scrying for gold, because that is something that we need. So let's see. We need more hoppers. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's me 2 chests. We've got plenty of iron, mostly from Zachris, to be fair. He has an iron farm going, so yeah, it works. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And 2 hoppers in the middle. Cool. Okay, we have our apparatus. We've got 2 pedestals. Do I actually need this? I don't actually need this. I need a tablet of binding, which is an ender pearl, blank parchment, and vexing. Yes, that's what. You do need the apparatus in order to get the Starbuncle charm, but I borrowed Zachris's anyway for that. Let's dispel you real quick here. Thank you for being dispelled. Why did that only now unlock Starbuncle identity? Either way, we have our charm. We have our apparatus. We don't need the apparatus again. What am I talking about? Tablet of binding, that's what we need. 3 source gem, ender pearl, blank parchment. Parchment needs mage... we need the apparatus. Alright, hopper goes down. Apparatus is on top. Let's go ahead and put you on top of that. Lovely. And let's find some pedestals nearby that we can use. Let's see, we need 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not Thaumcraft, we don't care about symmetry here. And let's get 8 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. And obviously can't put the seeds in there because it wants the arcane core. But if you feed it in through the top, everything is happy. Missed. Right click, thank you. Mage Bloom. Alright, let's go ahead and plop you right there. Wonderful. Actually, shouldn't have put that on the edge, 'cause it's going to go a little bit slower. But we have plenty of bones here, so that is fine. Bones, bone meal, thank you. Let's just speed this process up a little bit. Apparently, if I were to use a diamond, I think, then I would be able to, it basically works as fortune on some of these, so I'd be able to get additional seeds. Normally, you're not supposed to be able to get extra seeds out of this, but whatever, it works. Cool, there you go. Let's grab our... Right, I didn't automate these guys. Okay, that's making. Let's go over here, wake up our cat. Hello there, cat. Thank you. And another rabbit foot. Rotten flesh. Off the bed. Okay, so we have Mage Bloom, which helps us with several things. Right now, we don't have any really good armor. It's basically just stuff I found. Diamond helmet isn't bad. I prefer regular protection, but whatever. I did have a pair of iron boots. I took them off because they had Frostwalker, which was freezing the water, but I didn't want to have that anymore. So let's go ahead and take a look at our next steps along progress here. So to get our Starbuncle familiar, we needed the Ender Pearl. There's a bunch of caves around here, so I actually managed to find a couple Endermen that were hiding below me, which worked out great. Let's go over here and magic ourselves up a tree. By magic, I mean vanilla. Cool. Hello, tree. I don't have fell yet because that requires diamonds, and my diamonds are valuable. Yeah, it's fine. And let's go ahead, chop down the tree real quick. I said real quick here. This is why I want to unlock all the glyphs I can, because mana regen is slow early game. So, is that the last one? No. Okay. Good enough. We've got some wood. Check. We've got source gems. Check. Pearl. Check. Blank parchment. Almost check. So, paper in the middle. 2 Mage Blooms gets us 8 of the fibers. Cool. Thank you. Blank parchment. And I think that is gems. Check. Cool. Tablet of binding. Go ahead and grab that. We don't have a spare ritual brazier, do we? I meant to do this before automating you, so I'd be able to then take the pedestal later. Alright, don't need you. Actually, I've got 2 on me. Alright, pedestal. So, let's go ahead and turn you into a ritual brazier, which needs, of course, 3 gold ingots, and I have... Oh, look, I have 3. Perfect. I should have smelted this while I was up there in the first place. Gotta go up top here. It's not the best laid out starter base here, but it does work and it got me here, so that's useful, but I would like to have an actual base with real storage and real automation, all that stuff set up. In the meantime, we have ourselves a furnace on a boat. Alright, crafting table, let's do this. Tablet of binding, I already have you. Ritual brazier, let's go ahead, make one of you. Cool, thank you. And... Right, I killed you, right? I mean, dispelled you. Yes, that's what I did. We're going to plop you right there. Hello, you're blue. I wonder if your familiar is going to be blue. I think I can recolor you anyway later, but put you there. I don't have any other familiars I would like to make at the moment, so we'll do just one at a time. Thank you, sir. Bound script, Starbuncle. Cool. Now in our book here, if we go to the familiars tab, we have a Starbuncle. Hello there, you are not blue. Whatever. But don't tell me I used the last of my gold. I used the last of my gold. Cool. So the way you scry with this guy is if you give him a gold nugget, he will highlight all the gold around him. We don't have a gold nugget. Yeah, we don't have a gold nugget. So that's a problem. Right? I don't have one in here somewhere. That would be the chest it would be in. Anything? Anything? I kind of wanted to keep you to turn you into mage armor, but I'm thinking I might go towards the blood magic armor anyway. I'll tell you what, let's go to our book here and let's verify that I need, in fact, let's see, book Starbuncle. Additionally, using a golden nugget. Okay, I just wanted to verify it was a nugget instead of an ingot because I can smelt you into a single nugget. And that will be enough to then scry, and then at that point I can get lots of gold. So, I know it's going to hurt. Protection 2 leggings would have been a good thing to have, but I'm thinking I'm going to go with the different stuff anyway, so I can't use the gold for that. I think it's iron that it turns into, so we'll see. Gold nugget. So, let's go on downstairs here. And I built a bubble column. I stole some soul sand from Zacharias. And let's hop down here and not die on the way. I did die earlier. I fell and ran to the wrong thing. So, hello. Cool. Down here. Thank you. If I right-click you. Oh, look. Gold. Couple gold. Ooh, 4 gold over here. Perfect. Let's go ahead, hop up here and cover up our lava so we don't die a horrible death. There. Let's get some light. Really? I ran out of gold already? Oh, because I have pickup on. Let's turn that off. Hey, gold. Alright, well, I'm going to be doing this for the next 2 minutes. Well, 42 gold is not too bad for our first outing here. We only need a few charcoal here. We'll let that go. 42 gold, that's not bad. We have enough now that we should be able to get more pedestals because that's kind of the main thing holding us back on that, which unlocks full enchanting apparatus, not just these 4 pedestal things. Can automate more of this too. Very helpful. Thank you very much, sir. Also, while he's out here, we have a speed boost, which is always handy. Not that fast, though. That's really fast. Anyway, so we have all that stuff going on for us. I think the next thing, I had mentioned blood magic earlier. So if I look up at blood, we have blood magic. I haven't played blood magic since I think 1.15, maybe 1.14, I can't remember. It's been a while. So I don't think too much has actually changed here from last time I used it. Same concept of, use the rituals, which I'm a huge fan of. There's the demon will stuff, that's still cool. What we do have, however, if I scroll all the way back here, is we have Tome of Blood. Tome of Blood is an add-on originally made by Toxic Mint Tea on the Ars Nouveau Discord. She made this whole mod, which was pretty cool, and basically she had said, hey, I didn't do balance. This has now been taken up by... should know, they're on the server here. Sorry, I'll get your name later. But the Tome of Blood Rebirth is basically a bridge mod between Ars Nouveau, hence the tome, and blood magic, obviously. But there are these living mage robes, which I think are pretty cool. You make them in the enchanting apparatus by basically wrapping mage bloom around your living leggings from blood magic. You do that with the alchemy array, which uses iron to create these, and binding reagents are not too expensive. The only thing is I think it needs a tier 3 altar to do this. So we're going to kind of rush through that, I think, is the next plan here. But it's really cool because the robes, the way they work, or the blood armor, the living armor, the way it works is you have upgrade points. It just shows them on the main chest piece here. But basically the way it works is as long as you're wearing the full set, you get various bonuses that kind of get trained based off of what you've been doing. So if you run around a lot, you get speed boost. If you kill a lot of things, I think you get a damage boost. There's all these sorts of things. Stormtrooper, which I think is a bow downgrade. It makes your bows less accurate at the benefit of increasing the amount of upgrade points you can get. So like there's all these different things you can use. These are for like training stuff, and so you can kind of just look through and see what there is. Soft fall, so reduce fall damage. Mana attunement, that's really useful. Basically, it gives you more mana. But you'll notice this one says empty one, empty one, empty one. The cost and the kind of the choice that you have to make here is, do you want the blood magic upgrade points, which there's a ton of things that you can use with that, or do you want the Ars Nouveau threads? So I'm thinking I'm going to sacrifice the thread slots of my armor here to get me upgrade points. The reason for that is they kind of do somewhat similar things. So like extra health or mana attunement, that's a cool one you can do. There's upgrades and downgrades I mentioned, so like you can kind of get more out of this. I think there's also a ritual to upgrade that to 300 points instead of only 100. But my hope is that I'll be able to use it for things that I can't get on threads, or maybe I can use instead of threads. So for instance, running around to get a speed boost, that would be a good thing to have, because then I don't necessarily need the Starbuncle thread. I think there's a step assist on here as well. So there's a few things that we can use and kind of pick and choose what we want. Once we've got everything trained up, we can then rip them off into these upgrade tomes, which is sort of like enchanting books. So you can more specialize what you would want. And I think that's what we're going to go with. Now, like I said, that's going to need the living stuff, which needs alchemy. I think this is an early game alchemy recipe. How to make the table. Crafting table recipe. I don't remember how to make any of this stuff. So I'm going to relearn how to do that, and we'll be back once we figure out what our next steps are. Well, it looks like our route to get this the fastest is going to be a tier 3 altar. So that is going to need some glowstone, and I don't have another portal, but I know someone who does. Hello, Zacharias. Once again, I'm over here to steal your stuff. Let's land. I don't actually want to be the bee full time. It does feel kind of cheaty, but let's go ahead, heal up, and hop through. First time here, hopefully it doesn't crash the server. I'm watching the server usage here, we're at 84%. If we hit 100, it tends to just immediately crash, which is not ideal. Why do you have a donkey in here? I don't know. I do need some brown mushrooms, actually, now that I think about it. So since I'm here, go ahead and grab some of those. And glowstone is up top there. Perfect. Switch you to being projectile. Break. And pick up. Cool. Easy enough here. Oh, look, gold. Need at least 16. So that works. Cool, 33. That'll be enough glowstone for what we need right now. We'll come back later. This isn't actually that bad of another start, being as it's another waste biome. When I did this in single player, so we have a mod on here. Don't remember the name of it. Incendium, that's what it is. Which is basically like an end or another overhaul. We also have an end overhaul mod, so it kind of changes the structure of everything in here. But there's a few new biomes. A couple of which are evil. There's another way of putting it. There's one where it's basically just gas spawn, and I know a couple people on the server here were unlucky enough to start with that as their another start, and basically as soon as you come through the portal you have like 10 gas that are trying to kill you, and probably some skeletons nearby shooting you, and it's just overall not a good day. I heard something. No. Okay, so we have our glowstone. Let's get going home, because don't need much more than that at the moment. Soul sand would be good, but I already have some from Zacchaeus anyway, so let's go ahead, become a bee, and come back over here. At some point, I will get myself a leap spell. It always does it. It always pauses for a second. At some point, I'll get a leap spell, which will kind of replace most of what I'm using the bee for. I'll still use bee occasionally for kind of surveying my area. You'll notice I took down a bunch of trees earlier. I'm trying to figure out kind of the general layout of how I want buildings on this island. But for the moment, this is what we need. So let's go ahead, go back to being a person. Thank you. Eat some mendostine, which is going to be our best friend very soon here, and figure out a spot to put a temporary blood altar. Alrighty, tier 1 altar. Simple enough. We need a furnace, which I literally just took out of my inventory. I'll make another one here. Blood altar. Yay! This is level 1. That's it. That's all it is. We're going to need a lot more stone for the next few steps though. So we've got 2 stacks of that smelting up, which should be enough for a little bit. I have onions growing over there. So we'll just take these out. How about right here? This looks like a good spot. Let's switch you back to being a little bit cheaper here with touch spell. Cool. Alright. As I mentioned, this is going to be a temporary location because I have some plans. That building right there, by the way, it does spawn pillagers. So I think we may have figured out our sacrificing needs. In the meantime, let's go ahead and plop you down. Cool, thank you. And next up, we need ourselves a sacrificial knife. Which I think I brought everything. Yes. This is our life now. Eat some mendostine. And keep going. Yep, everyone loves early game blood magic, so we're just going to skip that. Well, after a quick speed run there of going through blood magic, yeah, mendostine and these sandwiches are pretty awesome. So, yeah, that's good. Anyway, we got that. We built an alchemy table, threw together arcane ashes, which is not too expensive, just kind of some simple ingredients there, and made ourselves, now that we have a tier 3, we can make some binding reagents. So these guys here are what we need to actually make this. So let's go ahead, throw down 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. One there, one there, one there, one there. They'll overlap, that's fine. Right-click you, right-click you, right-click you, right-click you, and we have a whole bunch of things. There we have it. We have ourselves some living armor, which is pretty awesome. It's not working where though. So we're going to then do the next step of Mr. Enchanting Apparatus here. I need these hoppers back. Okay, hoppers back, thank you. And I think, yeah, I can put you right here, that works. At this point here, I think the next step, if I hit U on this, Enchanting Apparatus, 4 Mage Bloom around each of them. So let's go ahead, do 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll just throw each of these in. And we'll just go ahead right away and upgrade them into, I guess, side grade, upgrade? I think they're an upgrade. We'll upgrade them into the mage gear. Now, one thing I did learn while going through the blood magic stuff over there, let's put these on while we're talking. There we go. While these are, when they're fully upgraded, they do not have any of the level 3 thread slots, which is actually a pretty big deal. And I may end up regretting this and going back to regular mage armor. We'll see, we'll see. It depends on how I use them. So they do have thread slots, but I think they max out at level 2s. They can still go up to like a tier 3 armor, but it's the slots only go to level 2. So the thing with that is it locks you out of all of the ones that require a level 3. So just for instance, if I look up thread, there's a few here that are specifically level 3. For notable instance is Thread of Gliding needs a slot of level 3. So I can't do the Elytra thread. I think there's another one here. Thread of the Depths is full water breathing, that's fine, I don't care about that one. Thread of Shocking, static charge, so if we're not going to use the static charge, then that's fine. The other one, Starbuncle, has step assist at level 3, but I think we can have step assist on the robes themselves with the training thing. So I think that's fine. The only other one is the Thread of Undying, which I am blind and missing here. Undying, there we go. That one also needs a level 3. So Undying is kind of an interesting thread. Basically, every time you sleep, or anyone on the server sleeps for that matter, what'll happen is it will basically recharge a Totem of Undying. So you can take, fatal damage and nothing will happen, which is it's a nice one to have. I guess we can just avoid, taking fatal damage while we're talking here. I'm going to grab some of these. So that's the thing. So it's definitely a sacrifice that you have to be willing to do, which is no level 3 slots. But I think it'll be offset by the regular abilities that these guys grant. So let's go ahead. I'm going to turn my armor back on so you can see that I did this. Cool. Armor, 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 and armor. Yeah, we have gear now. So just did a quick test. You can dye these. The only color I had available was the bone meal for white and purple from source berries. I didn't really like the white. It looked kind of like the diorite block, where it's a little too much noise for me. We'll see if we like any of the other colors. I think I've got some. I might have some cactus somewhere to look at green. For now, I'm just going to leave it like this. In fact, I'm honestly just going to be like that because I like looking like me. Anyway, I think that is pretty awesome. The next thing is the upgrade points. I think, is it 3H? Is that what I want? No, it doesn't give me any extra info here. I think there's a way that'll show me kind of the status, or like, is it Control? It's Alt? No. There's something on here that'll show me my upgrade amounts. For instance, that's not going to hurt. I need fall damage. If we take a lot of fall damage, what will happen is it will start training the armor. So let's take some damage here. And hopefully train up our armor a little bit. In fact, running is also another thing I want to train on this, because if I'm not going to be using the Starbuncle thread, then it really won't matter. And I'll have my speed boost just from the armor itself. Strong legs. Okay, jump boost was not quite what I wanted. Can I do this now? can't jump that one yet. But we should get fall damage pretty soon. Maybe. Let's see, if I take off the robes here for a second, because I don't think I want the healing as part of my armor. So let's heal up. There we go, and let's put that back on. There we go. Training fall damage. I heard something. Is that a spider? Not entirely sure. Definitely have jump boost. I might actually, I think one level of jump boost might be pretty good, because that's also going to then replace a thread of heights, which could be useful. We'll see, we'll see. I don't think I want much higher than this. I want to be able to do a 2 block. That didn't hurt. Why'd that not hurt? I think probably this one will train it then. Nope. Anything? Nope, just strong legs. Okay, so if I have it listed there, then I can press shift and see what it is. Okay, so we're at 68 out of 200 for strong legs. I think I want strong legs 2. That'll be a 2 block jump height, which I think will be plenty for what we need. But I'm going to just kind of train this a little bit off camera. Important things to note is I'm going to take off my armor if I'm using the blood magic stuff, because I don't want to train that. Well, I'm looking around at the living mage robes here while also kind of clearing some areas. Let's go into, I have a free cam mod installed so I can kind of plan some stuff out here. So I'm working on flattening out some areas for some builds in the future. And as I'm doing so, I'm also kind of training the armor, basically casting lots of spells, which is training armor attunement, or mana attunement rather. Let's see, killing these guys also trains that. Also apparently it trains my Fierce Strike, which I thought was from crits, but I guess that works. One thing is my strong legs upgrade there. It's getting to that point where it's higher than I want. I knew this would happen, and there is a ritual that I'll have to run later on, but the fact that I can jump a 3 block height there is honestly a bit much. So I mean, it's cool, I guess, but it does get a little obnoxious when trying to climb up hills. Supposedly, if I check the wiki, there's a way to get it a step assist, and basically it says randomly jumping up on blocks. So I don't know if I press shift, then it's only a single block height here. I don't know if that's going to train it or what, but I would like that to be a thing, because then I don't actually have to do as much jumping. I can just, you know, walk up and over things. So that's a thing. As I said, that's a ritual. There's a whole section in the book here on rituals, ritual magnetism. That's a useful one. The ones that I need are, let's see, Living Evolution. It upgrades it from 100 points to 300 points. Sound of the Cleansing Soul. I feel like these have to be said in a regal voice. Sound of the Cleansing Soul removes all upgrades and gives you these tomes, which you can then use to basically individually place what you want on each item. At blood. There's also, at least there were in previous versions, a thing that you can use these for. It's like a training bracelet or something. Basically the way it works is, as long as you have it in your inventory, it will not train that thing. I'm not entirely sure how to do that though. And when I left click, the only one that shows up as a recipe is the Elytra. So binding reagent plus Elytra gets you that. You right click to add that to your armor then. Let's see, Socketed, which I don't know what it does. Brilliance, which I also don't know what it does, so those will be things that I have to find out. But I'd like to be able to lock it so I stop getting experience for jumping. Teleposers, those are cool. One of my favorite blocks in the world. Yeah, so I'm going to kind of look around at some of this stuff. But basically, I think we have ourselves some decent armor. We still haven't applied any of the 3 threads that we are allowed to get. And if I go back into the nether... That wasn't there before. If I go back into the nether, then there's going to be... if I get some blaze rods, I have a couple blaze rods I got, I think, from Zacharias, but we do want that so we can upgrade our armor here. If I hit U on there, magic armor, 2 blaze rods will upgrade this to a tier 2. So that gets me 2 slots on each of those. Why is it? Oh, I was just flipping through all those. Okay. Yeah, basically, I need to upgrade stuff so I can get more slots Once again, I believe we do not have any tier 3 slots, so that's going to be a potential, not problem, but we can work with it. But I think what I'm going to do is call this for an episode here. We got quite a lot done. We got a little bit of a starting farm. We have source running. We have armor, finally. And just even having this armor without any upgrades on it is doing amazing for mana usage. Clearing these trees was taking forever before, and now I can just kind of chop down a whole bunch of trees all at once without having to wait too long for my mana to regen. So we've got lots of areas here. I am looking forward to actually building up this base, getting some areas figured out. Like I said, got lots of little flat areas we can build on. Still need to kind of figure out the main architecture of what I'm doing, but all in all, I think we are set up to get some good progress in the next episode. So anyway, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.